You're listening to Mr. Save-A-Home, Becoming an Agenteur.
Good afternoon, good people. Welcome yet to another episode of Mr. Save-A-Home, aka Becoming an Agenteur. It is Wednesday and I'm coming to you live from my house. Why? Because of good old COVID-19, aka coronavirus. And I don't want to dig too much into it, but it is around us, it surrounds us, and it is controlling our lives for the most part. I am in Pennsylvania, and we are a stay-at-home state. I'm going to honor those wishes of our government and also for the safety of my family. So let's get into it. What we're going to talk about is how this has changed the way I personally and my team has been doing business going forward. And this is seems to be what is called the new norm, as some people call it. I call it a little bit different, and we'll get into that. As many of you have probably figured out by now, got a lot of canceled appointments, right? And people who still want to do business but don't want to see you, at least not face to face, or don't want to meet you to sign contracts or someone like that. So how do we go about that? How do we embrace this? How do we embrace this new downtime? And one way, or I guess a main way, I guess is a way to say it, is that this downtime is now the time to embrace why we got into this business. This downtime is not to be downtime. It's the time to step up. It's the time. This is why most of us, if not all of us, became independent contractors. Whether it be real estate or not, we liked and embraced the idea of an independent contractor position because it was, we want to control our time. We want to control our schedule. Well, now's our time to do that. Now's our time to really implement why we got into this. And so particularly for here at Mr. Save-A-Home, what we are doing is we are going back to a lot of our schedulings. We're going back to the clients who did cancel their appointments with us and offering them alternative solutions. And that's what I want you guys to look at. I want you guys to get out there and look at other free platforms that are out there. You have Zoom, you have FaceTime, you have Google Meetings, you have a whole bunch of different softwares out there that are free to you, and you can use this with your clients. Something else I think we need to embrace is, as I said before, this is how business I think is going to be done going forward. I think more companies will embrace electronic signing of documents. More companies will embrace the non-contact contracts, even the non-contact meetings. As I'm recording this podcast with you guys, my team consists of myself and two other individuals. They are on my phone looking at me, and I'm looking at my iPad recording this thing. And it's working. At least I hope it is. And it seems to be. So, and I want you guys to embrace that. You know, this new normal it's not going away anytime soon. So personally, when a few weeks ago, we got the memo, almost a month ago, it's Thursday afternoon. I'm getting my car inspected and I get an email and a text saying schools are closed for the next 2 weeks. And it was like, whoa, okay, it's a little bit of shocker, but we got this, right? We want to handle this. Fridays, we got the message on Thursday. Friday, kids are off at school. It's a free day, long weekend, no big deal, been there, done that. Well, Monday comes. It's a little bit of a free fall, but it's okay. We've had 4-day weekends, Friday and Monday's off, and of course, Saturday, Sunday's off. We've embraced those, so this is no different. But then Tuesday comes and Wednesday comes, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why are the kids not back in school yet? Why are they still here? Why are my kids still at home? Right? Sounds horrible to say that out loud, but that's the truth of it. We look at this and we see this and we're like, all right, hold on. Whether we like it or not, as strong, well, you know what? Let me not speak for everybody. I'm gonna speak for myself. Whether I like it or not, whether as much as I may tout that I'm a strong, independent individual, I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit scared. I was a little bit like, I kind of got in my own way. And it was like, holy crap. My kids need to get an education and my business still needs to flow. So how am I going to make this work? And it really took about a solid week for it to kick in. And then to be honest, even after that first week was done, the second week was harder than the first because I'm here. My wife and I do our best to try to make sure that our children don't get a lot of screen time and they outside and playing and they're interacting with their neighbors and their friends and each other. Well, that's all gone, right? They're interacting. You got to be careful. 6 feet of, social distancing, washing your hands, singing happy birthday twice. So we're doing all these things now. And now there's 2 hours of screen time is really becoming like 6 hours of screen time, at least for me and my family, because I'm in front of the iPad with my child in Google Classrooms and we're doing this and we're doing that. And I'm trying to teach myself to be a teacher to my child, overnight. Not that I didn't have a respect for teachers, but this certainly gave me a better respect or more of a respect for them. And so we have to, or at least I thought, and I agree with this thought, is how to embrace this new scheduling, this new time. And I'm going to talk about time management in another discussion or another cast. But for this one, we want to talk about how COVID-19 has definitely changed. And actually, I think it's helped me grow into a better leader, a better team individual, and even to a better listener for my team, because it is how we evolve. We evolve over the time that we have on this earth. We evolve over that, and now is the greatest time to evolve and to embrace what's in front of us. So like I said earlier in the podcast about this downtime not being the time to step up and embrace why we got into this business, we had contacted a lot of our clients, and we, those who canceled appointments to go look at their houses and stuff like that, because we're not only agents here, we're also investors. So we looked at some of these houses as list agents. We looked at them as investors, and all of a sudden the appointments are being canceled. Initially, for the first week and a half, we let it slide. We let it go. We didn't want to contact anybody. But the more we discussed and the more I thought about it personally, it was like, you know what? Business can't come to a standstill until the governor says, okay, real estate is essential in your state. We still have to find a way to make it work within the guidelines. That's our life. That's the most people's lives. You still need to make yourself work within legal and appropriate guidelines. And so we discussed with the broker, we discussed with real estate attorneys, what can we do? What can we do? What fashion can we do it in? And at the end of the day, it was embracing technology. And so instead of us being there and saying, okay, well, now I got this, I have to be a teacher for 6 hours and then do this and do that. It was okay. What do we need to do to make this work? And here's what we did. We decided all as a team to step up and not just get stuck in our own way and not get into self-pity and wallowing and be like, oh, what the hell's going on? We decided to reach out to the clients again, talk to them, and make sure they were, first and foremost, that they're okay, that their family's okay, that have they kind of made some sense of what's all going on. That was first and foremost. Number two, we wanted to see where they were mentally with the process of selling their home, whether it be to us as investors or to list it as a traditional listing. Depending how that conversation went, for those who were like still quote unquote scared, or those who were just a little bit hesitant, we were not forcing them. We were not pushing them. We just wanted to see where they were at. And we told them, totally respect and understand where you're coming from. Just keep your information. When you are ready, let us know. In the meantime, what we're going to do is, if you're okay with it, can we follow up with you in about another week and a half, just to see how things are going. If they were okay with that, we are going to do that. If they are not, then we're not going to do that. It's as simple as that. No need to complicate it. Number three, for those who we reached out to and did say, you know what, we're ready. We've kind of come to accepting this is what things are, but we still need to sell our home. We gave them options, right? And we will speak about that on future casts and stuff like that, about making sure you're there for the client and that you want to give them options. You don't want to just paint them in one corner and leave them in that corner. That's just not fair to them. And it's not fair to your team and not fair to yourself. So for those who decided to say, hey, it's okay to move forward, we're using different online texts of whether it be Dotloop, eSign, DocuSign, Zoom, Google chat rooms and just stuff like that. Just a whole bunch of different avenues of contactless contacts with them. So I guess the point of this whole podcast is with COVID-19 not going anywhere anytime soon, with COVID-19 being something that's going to be part of the norm, don't get stuck in it. Yeah, we can turn on different media channels and for 1 hour, 2 hours, just get updates. How many people died today? How many people have died so far? And all that. And it just, oh my gosh, it's draining. It's emotionally draining. It gives you an actual headache at times, and it can bring you down. So when I wake up, I do my morning meditation. I get what I need to go get in a matter of minutes, and I'm done for the day. That's what I encourage my team to do. Listen, I'm not you, you are not me, so I can't force you to do anything. But what I would like you to get from every time you listen to our podcast here is that you walk away with a little bit of better version of yourself, or how you can tweak you and your team to be just a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more caring, a little bit more diligent in your efforts to become a better version of you. Like I said, as an agenteur, we wear multiple hats. As an agenteur, you're an agent, you're an investor, you're an entrepreneur. And it's not only in real estate, you're an individual in whatever department is you want to excel in. So if I said it before, I'll say it again. We don't sell real estate here. We sell our time. Real estate's the byproduct of that. And so we need to manage our time more efficiently. We need to manage how we spend our 24 hours. We are ourselves. We are agenteurs. We are parents, we are siblings, we are aunts and uncles, we're everything, and we need to embrace that in the time management and stepping up at this point. When things look down, you need to step up. You have to step up, and you need to create and find ways. Reach out to people, reach out to other agents, reach out to us here. The email address, navid@mrsaveahome.com, navid@mrsaveahome.com. Reach out to me. Let's talk, let's discuss, let's see what our options are. Don't get down, just get up. Get up, stay up, put your head up. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Never chase the money. Chase the deal, do right by your client, and everything else will fall in place. Those 4 things will never, ever go away. They will stay consistent. And that's what you need to do. You need to get up and be consistent day in and day out. Take care.